जिसके पास पैसा नहीं।
परेशान मत होइए, पैसा आएगा, जरूर आएगा।
जब घर में पड़ा है सोना, कब का है कोरोना।
अधिक मूल्य कम ब्याज।
मनपूर्वक गोल्ड लोन अब लाइफ बनाए बिल्कुल आसान।
The Better Photography Photographer of the Year Awards 2011 brought together legends and new talent to recognize excellence in the field of photography.
All the best and to the winners and to the organizers, and I'm very happy to be here participating in this beautiful contest.
Watch the curtain raiser and the main event at these times.
Title partner Canon, associate partner Canvera, television partner CNBC TV 18.
Aditya Birla Group, taking India to the world.
This is TV 18. And you're watching CNBC TV 18.
Presented by HSBC Commercial Banking.
Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.
There is no disputing the fact that 20 years of economic reform have radically transformed India into the second fastest growing economy of the world, and the symbols of economic progress are evident all around us. Look at the number of mobile phones, cars, two-wheelers, TV channels, malls or high-rise buildings. All these are pointers that India is a happening place. The consumption story has been possible because entrepreneurs could offer goods and services to eager consumers who now have disposable incomes. In other words, the opening of the Indian economy has given birth to a new class of entrepreneurs. And the gratifying part is that this number is growing very fast. This new class of entrepreneurs have been able to slice and dice the market and in the process convert wants into needs. I would dare say that if India was a cocoon economy, then one would not have had the likes of Kishore Biyani or a Subhash Chandra or a Sunil Mittal making it big in a short span of time. Clearly, economic reforms have not only launched thousands of entrepreneurs, but have created an environment that has hastened the pace of growth. And our focus this week is on one such entrepreneur who came into being in 1991. Chucking his high-paying job, the academically strong BVR Mohan Reddy decided to focus in the micro-niche area of engineering R&D for global giants. Take a look at Infotech Enterprises story and you know how to make it big, even if you are behind-the-scene player.
Chances are, not many may know much about this 20-year-old dividend-paying company. But what they do touches the lives of people all over the world. Commuters in London or Delhi using the tube may not be aware, but the signaling system works 24/7 thanks to this company. Again, if you're driving a BMW, its GPS has so much intelligence built into it that the engine gets signals of an impending climb much before the driver actually reaches the spot. Result, the engine has already adjusted itself for the steep climb. And this one promises to be the mother of all innovations. A game changer for the aviation sector. By 2013, air passengers all over the world will heave a sigh of relief as the engine noise in the aircraft will be reduced by a whopping 50%. And the company that makes all this possible is a Hyderabad-based low-profile Infotech Enterprises founded by BVR Mohan Reddy in 1991. This company specializes in geospatial engineering design and IT solutions. Its range of services include digitization of drawings and maps, photogrammetry, computer-aided design, computer-aided engineering, repair development engineering, reverse engineering application software development. All these services find its way into aerospace, heavy engineering, rail transportation and utilities. By providing such a niche service, this 1,500 crore rupees plus company is adding tremendous values to its high-profile global customers who are part of the Fortune 500 list. The rigor that Mr. Reddy has put in place in terms of process, quality and standard has resulted in the company getting 98% repeat business from global corporations. And this has also been possible because of its deliberate strategy to be a behind-the-scene player.
One thing that we're very conscious of, and it's a part of our strategy, is we won't become our customers' competitor at any point. We're in an industry which is very IP sensitive and knowledge sensitive. Therefore, if we become a competitor to our customer, then we lose our value proposition very, very quickly, and that will be dangerous for us. At least our strategy is to support our customers win these deals.
This strategy certainly seems to have paid off. For a company that started with 4 engineers from the residence of Mohan Reddy in Hyderabad, it indeed has come a long way. Today it has 14 subsidiaries, 5 development centers in India, 9,000 plus people from 21 different nationalities working in over 40 countries. Interestingly, India just contributes 3% to its turnover, while North America accounts for 55%, Europe 37% and Asia Pacific region 8%. Some of its marquee clients are Bombardier, Pratt & Whitney, TomTom, Boeing, Airbus, Bharti Airtel, IBM, Philips, Siemens, Verizon, Caterpillar and Hyundai. So how did it all begin? Mohan Reddy, part of the 4 children family, was born in October 1950 in Mehboob Nagar, Andhra Pradesh. His father, Bodannapu Nagi Reddy, was a police officer and mother a housewife. After his schooling, Mohan graduated in mechanical engineering from the Kakinada University with a gold medal. He then went on to acquire 2 master's degrees, one in industrial engineering from IIT Kanpur and another in management engineering from the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor, USA. Armed with these 2 degrees, Mohan Reddy began his career with the DCM Group, then moved to Micro Bosch and later joined HCL. Lady Luck, it seems, was benevolent. In 1982, at a young age of 32, he landed the managing director's job at OMC Computers, a CAD/CAM company, floated jointly by Tata's promoted Voltas, Andhra Pradesh government and Dr. Raj Reddy. Of course, this position also gave him a 4.5% stake in the company. After heading OMC for a decade, 42-year-old Mohan Reddy felt a strong urge to build his own nest. That was 1991, a year which changed the life of India forever as the Congress-led Narasimha Rao government ushered in liberalization. It also changed Mohan Reddy's life. So he quit OMC in 1991. Luckily, Voltas, then headed by A.H. Tobaccowala, readily bought Mohan Reddy's 4.5% stake. That money became Mohan Reddy's initial capital to start Infotech Enterprises with his 2 NRI friends who chipped in 20% stake. Since Reddy understood CAD/CAM business like the back of his hand, he focused in this area. However, the demand for this business was in the US. Initial years were difficult. The first order of $7,000 came from A.E. Stalley for conversion of drawing into CAD file. This was followed by General Motors' $70,000 contract to convert drawings into CAD files. To raise the comfort level of his clients in the US, Reddy decided to list Infotech in March 1997 with an IPO of 4.65 crore rupees. And Reddy's 4-pillar strategy of taking care of stakeholders was at work here. An investor who had invested 1 lakh of rupees in buying 5,000 shares would today be worth 82.31 lakh rupees, holding 60,000 shares after factoring in dividend and 3 bonus issues. Soon after the IPO, Infotech signed a breakthrough contract to provide GIS conversion, consulting and mapping services worth $5.5 million to the US-based Analytical Survey. Within a year, the company acquired cartographic services from Analytical Survey. In 1999, it acquired DataView Solutions, a UK-based GIS software firm. The real turning point for Infotech was bagging long-term engineering services contract from Pratt & Whitney, part of United Technologies in 2000. This deal transformed the company. Even while making its mark, Reddy's strategy was to acquire a local company to cater to a new geography. Effectively, Infotech has done 11 acquisitions in the last 20 years. It has acquired AGS, Vergis, TeleAtlas India, Time to Market and Taxcon. Infotech Enterprises, which has a strong presence in the US, Europe, is now entering the Japanese market in a big way.
In terms of rejigging their strategy, geography expansion, it's anyway happening. The company is also looking at a couple of new markets. For instance, till not too long ago, they were almost entirely into rail and aerospace related stuff. They've acquired a company which is into heavy equipment engineering. They have said a lot of intentions about, they've at least expressed a lot of intentions about getting into shipbuilding and ocean engineering kind of stuff, etc. So I would say that the company is expanding in multiple areas. One is geographies, one is verticals, and one is the client. So far as I am concerned, this expansion seems quite logical to me, and I don't see that the company has to be overly concerned and do an acquisition somewhere else just for increasing the geographic diversification.
All these exercises of expansion and acquisitions is to attain the $1 billion turnover in the next 3 to 4 years. Towards this, the company has drawn a list of 100 must-have companies. Seems an ambitious target. For the year ended March 2011, it earned a net profit of 140 crore rupees on a turnover of 1,218 crore rupees. And by March 2012, it should touch a turnover of 1,575 crore rupees.
See, the biggest thing was in terms of creating this organization for future, for our $1 billion journey. This could be in terms of making sure that our performance for the business in terms of bottom line also improves. There have been some concerns in the past that in the last 6-8 quarters we have been improving the top line, but we have not been consistently improving the bottom line also. So one of the mandate is definitely the return to the shareholders has to go up. Second challenge is definitely we have a clear vision to grow into a $1 billion company. So what kind of processes and systems that should be there to take us to that $1 billion company from the finance perspective as well as from the organization-wide systems, that would be another challenge for me.
Well, the mood certainly seems upbeat at the company's headquarters in Hyderabad. On that note, we need to take a short commercial break. When we come back, we will talk to BVR Mohan Reddy, the moving force behind Infotech. Also joining us on the show will be Sandeep Uppal of HSBC.
Thank heaven for little girls. For little girls get bigger every day.
Lemonade is 50 cents. I take Hong Kong dollars. That's it, Auntie.
Wow.
Maybe I'm good, Ma.
Bye.
Thank heaven.
At HSBC, we believe that in the future, even the smallest business will be multinational.
Girl.